Hello everyone, Pallytime here with TGN.TV. In today's video we are going to take a look at a game called Faster Than Light, FTL. And this is a prime example of a Kickstarter program doing incredibly well. It costs $9.99 on Steam, and I'm going to show you what you get for your investment. Now, as far as options goes, there's not too many here to write home about. In fact, the only way you can change the resolution is to make the game full screen. But if you go to New Game, I'll walk you through the interface. We have here our ship, and we can rename our ship whatever we would like it to be named. So we're going to call it MFPT in space. Very good. At the top right, you have your difficulty setting, easy and normal. I don't know if you can unlock more as you go on. I have not explored that far yet. I haven't had too much time with this game, if I'm totally honest. But from what I've seen, it's actually pretty fun. Over on the left, if we had additional ships, we could cycle through those. I only have the starting ship. And you can also change the layout at some point, and we can hide the rooms if you would like to see the exterior of your ship. You have 3 crew members. You can rename them as you see fit at the bottom left here. Instead of Tom Banks, obviously, we're going to have MFPallytime. He is going to be the captain of this vessel. And in the middle, you see your weapons. You have a missile launcher, and missiles are not infinite. You have to actually acquire more. And a laser to shoot at the enemy. Now for this, I'm going to go ahead and start on normal. Hopefully I don't get screwed right away. So here's the story that you are given at the beginning. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure you explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. Okay. So at any time, we can pause the game by hitting the space bar, and you can see this is going, this is paused. You get a nice big pause thing in the middle. If I can direct your attention down to the bottom left, we have our power gauge. This can be upgraded by going to our ship and investing scrap into our power. Now, each of our components on the ship require energy to use, so having more power could be beneficial. I can go ahead and power up our weapons, and as you can see by doing that, I lost out on the power that we were using in other areas. Go ahead and set our motors to maximum, and now we can control where our crew members go. So for the purposes here, I'm going to send 1 crew member to the engine room and 1 crew member to the shield room, just to be safe. Now, as you're out exploring space, you will be attacked. You will be given choices on how you want to interact with the world that you are presented to, and it's actually quite interesting. But before we do that, you can also open the airlocks on your ship, and because there's no oxygen in that room, because you're in space, the area turns red. And if your crew members are in an area with low or no oxygen, they will start to take health damage. And you can obviously see our health bar at the top left. That is our hull strength on our ship, as well as our shields. So we got all that out of the way. Now we're going to jump, and you have to have a pilot in order to jump, which is obviously motherfucking Pallytime. And then we can select any sector here to go to. We spawned next to a store, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go to the store. We don't have any scrap to purchase anything. Let me go ahead and read this to you. Found yourself surrounded by a group of mysterious alien vessels. They hail you and apparently have some valuable technology for sale. And if we had the scrap, we could go ahead and buy these defense drones. We could buy system upgrades, as well as more fuel, missiles, or drone parts. But as I said, we don't have anything. So we're going to go ahead and jump to the next area. I'm going to head straight for the exit. The idea here is that you would explore a lot and really see what your sector of space has to offer. You've detected an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Now we have 2 options here. We can avoid the conflict or go in and try to help. Let's go in and try to help. Detecting the higher threat, the automated ship moves in to engage your ship. So we are being attacked right now. It looks like he has an attacking drone. Now, I paused the game, and you can see that he has the same components that we have, except he also has a drone protecting his ship. So we can select our weapons here, go ahead and power those up. We're going to have to take some energy away from our engine. But we can go ahead and attack this ship. Now, his shield strength is 1, and our laser that we have right now will fire 2 shots at a time. So the first laser will be absorbed by the shield, but the second one will get through. So I'm going to focus on his weapon systems. So let's go ahead and unpause the game, firing 1 shot with my laser. Oh, it has to charge. My apologies. My apologies. Well, we can go ahead and try to fire a rocket since it's just an attacking drone. Oh, and we have some hull damage going on. I'm going to send out my crew member from the engine room to the oxygen area because it's been damaged, and then send my other crew member to put out this fire that just happened. We fired a rocket into his weapon systems, and they are slightly damaged now. We can follow that up with a laser. And his weapon systems are in the red. We can go ahead and fire another shot with our missile. And 1 more shot with our lasers. And we took out his entire hull. He lost all of his strength. And because we took him out, we gained missiles, drone parts, and scrap, and we can continue along our journey. The outpost hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed nonstop by these scouts. Take this on the house. So because we decided to help out that person in need rather than just leaving, we were given extra parts and fuel and scrap. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a second to assess the damage that has been done to us. It looks like everything's been repaired. It looks like we're in good working condition. So I'm going to go ahead, send my crew member back to the shield room. Actually, he is slightly damaged. Justin here, he is slightly damaged, so I sent him to the medical bay, and he was fully healed. Now we can go ahead to the next area. There is another store. We actually have some scrap now, so let's see if we can buy anything in that store. We don't have a lot of scrap, so I don't think we'll be able to. A ship engineer has set up a small shop here. So our scrap is located at the top. We have 33. We could choose to buy a few more missiles with that. We have 9 missiles now. And then I'm going to just close. Now I'm going to go into our ship. Now this is basically how you choose how you would like to build your ship up. And you can give it more power by investing scrap into your reactor, or you can boost up the subsystems, things of that nature. You can boost up your engines, which will increase your dodge rates, and things all like that. It's actually really, really customizable. You can go to your crew here and see how they are advancing as well. For instance, if you have a crew member on, for instance, doing nothing but repairs, his repair skill will increase. As you can see, my is slightly increasing there. And the other crew members who I kept on the shields, and he should have been on the engine. I'm not sure why that didn't skill up. They gain skills respectively based on how you use them. And as you can see, there are multiple crew slots that we haven't acquired yet. So let's go ahead and upgrade my reactor. And now we're out of scrap. We can go ahead and jump to the next area. Oh, it looks like we're in an asteroid field. A pirate ship was lying in wait inside of an asteroid field. It immediately moves into attack. Alright, so they have a drone coming at me as well. They have 1 shield, but there's also a health bar next to it, so I'm not sure what that is. So let's go ahead and fire. Well, we have to wait for our weapons to recharge. So we're taking a little bit of damage here. I'm going to send my crew member into the shield room, make sure our shields stay strong. Alright, let's go ahead and pause it, and I'm going to fire a missile into their shield room. And then follow that up with some laser fire onto their weapon systems. You are considerably more well armed than I would have thought. We surrender. Fuck no! We will not accept your surrender. It's a pirate ship hiding out in an asteroid field waiting to prey on vulnerable people. We are not going to accept that. Now, they have done considerable damage to my oxygen yet again, so I'm going to move back my 2 crew members to repair the oxygen on the ship, as well as pilot MFPallytime to go back and start to repair the medical bay. I'm going to follow that up with another fire to their shields, and then lasers onto their weapon systems. And essentially, the idea is you can pick out certain parts of their ship and disable them in order to gain an advantage, and that's totally up to you. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. Alright. So in order to take off, we're going to need a pilot, so let's move my crew up to the medical bay to repair that, and then my pilot back to the steering wheel, so to speak. And my drive is recharging, so I can't quite get out of here yet. Also, my engine needs a little bit of repairs. And we can go ahead and jump. Now we can go straight to the exit or back to the store. We should probably go back to the store to repair, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and go to the exit. You arrived at the long-ranged beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. A settlement still loyal to the Federation hails your ship. They have prepared a weapon to aid your escape from the rebels. Does that mean we have an extra weapon now? Oh, we do. A pike beam can cut across entire ships, assuming there is no shield to stop it. Note the beam damage is reduced by 1 for every shield it passes through, which allows for partial shielding pierce. Alright, so we got to the long-range beacon. We can go ahead and activate the jump yet again, and we can go on to the next sector. Now, the whole idea is to get to the final sector, and as you can see, there's lots of different options on areas you can go through, and all of these sectors, as far as I know, are randomly generated. But there you go, guys. That is my look at FTL Faster Than Light. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I definitely think it's worth picking up if you thought this was interesting. It's actually quite fun. But alright guys, that's going to be it for me today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button below. Leave me a comment down below as well. And if you're new here, I encourage you to subscribe.